In the silent machinery of the global economy, one name reigns supreme: BlackRock. It is an empire that manages over $10 trillion in assets, a sum larger than the GDP of almost every nation on Earth. Today, we conduct a forensic deep dive into Michael Rodriguez's 2025 investigative masterwork, The BlackRock Empire. We will explore the hidden forces that shape our financial destiny. To understand BlackRock is to understand a force that has mutated beyond simple asset management. Rodriguez posits that BlackRock has become a meta-institution, blurring the lines between private enterprise and public governance. It doesn't just participate in the market, it shapes the very infrastructure upon which the world trades. This is the story of how power became concentrated in a single algorithmic point of control. Chapter 1: Larry Fink's Journey. To understand the firm, we must understand the man who turned a $100 million failure into the ultimate financial superpower. Fink's journey is one of resilience and a singular focus on the mechanics of risk. In 1986, Larry Fink was a star at First Boston until a massive trading loss, $100 million, ended his career there. But this failure birthed a singular obsession: the mastery of risk management. Rodriguez notes, Fink realized that in a world of complexity, the one who measures risk best wins the game. This obsession would become the DNA of BlackRock. In 1988, alongside 7 partners, BlackRock was founded inside Blackstone's office. It was a firm built by risk managers for risk managers. Quote, "Risk is the fundamental currency of the financial world." What began in a single room with 8 people would soon encompass the planet, growing into a global behemoth that manages the retirements of millions. Chapter 2: The Aladin Advantage. At the heart of BlackRock's empire lies a technological brain, a system so powerful it monitors the world's financial heartbeat in real time. Aladin stands for Asset, Liability, Debt, and Derivative Investment Network. It isn't just software, it's a digital panopticon. It processes 5 to 7% of global financial assets every single day, monitoring risks for assets worth over $20 trillion. It is the platform upon which modern capitalism is managed, giving BlackRock a mathematical edge that is essentially unbeatable. Rodriguez introduces the concept of platform capitalism. Algorithms now dictate economic outcomes. By providing the risk management tools for everyone else, BlackRock has created a feedback loop where they are the ultimate arbiters of truth and value in the global market. The machine doesn't just assist the economy, it manages it from the shadows. With the rollout of Aladin 2.0, BlackRock has integrated advanced predictive AI. It doesn't just react to markets, it predicts shifts before they happen. Rodriguez warns that this concentrated technological edge creates a landscape where competition becomes mathematically impossible for those outside the system. We are entering an era of algorithmic governance. Chapter 3: Navigating Financial Crises. Rodriguez argues that in times of chaos, BlackRock doesn't just survive, it becomes the indispensable surgeon of the financial system. In the 2008 crash, the Federal Reserve faced a nightmare: the toxic assets of Bear Stearns and AIG. They turned to the only firm with the data to manage them: BlackRock. This incident, the Maiden Lane transaction, effectively turned a private firm into the Fed's primary investigative and management arm. Quote, "In a crisis, the government doesn't call the police, they call BlackRock." This crisis partnership cemented BlackRock's role as the 4th branch of government. Rodriguez details how Larry Fink's advice became a staple in the West Wing during both the 2008 crisis and the 2020 pandemic. It was an unprecedented merger of corporate data and public authority, where the boundaries of the state and the firm became indistinguishable. Chapter 4: The Revolving Door. To control the economy, you must staff the institutions that regulate it. The personnel is the policy. Rodriguez exposes the revolving door, the constant stream of executives moving between BlackRock and the US Treasury, the SEC, and the National Economic Council. This deep tissue integration ensures that BlackRock's worldview becomes the regulatory standard. It is influenced by design, ensuring the firm's interests are always represented at the highest levels of power. Chapter 5: Impact on Housing Markets. BlackRock is transforming the very concept of the American dream into a permanent rental asset for institutional investors. BlackRock has become a major landlord, using its massive capital to buy entire subdivisions of single-family homes before they hit the market. Rodriguez highlights specific incidents where families were outbid by algorithms willing to pay cash. The result? A generation of permanent renters in a society where property ownership is becoming a luxury of the elite. This transformation turns housing into just another yield-generating asset in the Aladin system. Rodriguez argues that this isn't just business, it's the restructuring of the social contract, where the algorithmic search for yield overrides the human need for stability and ownership. The community is now a commodity, he warns, managed by cold calculations. Chapter 6, The Big Three. Competition is an illusion when the same three firms own the majority of everything in the S&P 500. BlackRock, alongside Vanguard and State Street, forms the Big Three. Together, they are the largest shareholders in nearly 90% of S&P 500 companies. Rodriguez details the circular ownership, where these giants own significant stakes in one another, creating an unprecedented concentration of corporate power that dictates the direction of the global economy. Chapters 7 and 8. Through ESG standards, BlackRock mandates climate and social metrics. Simultaneously, they are building the plumbing for the future financial system through AI and Bitcoin ETFs. Michael Rodriguez concludes the BlackRock empire with a haunting warning. Democracy cannot survive in the shadow of an unchecked financial empire. As we move toward 2026, the question is no longer just how big BlackRock will get, but how much of our world we are willing to let the machine manage. It is time for accountability in the age of the $10 trillion shadow. The choice belongs to us, for now. This has been a strategic briefing on Michael Rodriguez's The BlackRock Empire. I am your narrator, and thank you for joining me for this deep dive into the heart of global power. Stay informed.